I'm still here at the Tashi viewpoint. There's a little garden here, and some place where kids can play. A little bit out of the beaten track here. This place goes nowhere. Maybe in the past it went somewhere. Now it doesn't go anywhere. So I don't think I'm bothering anything. I just wanted to move a little bit out of that view, so to give place to give other people as well the chance to record or take photos or whatever. More people coming now. And the mountain here, just here and there in the back behind the trees. So let's continue. Exodus chapter 21, verse 12. Whoever strikes a man so that he dies shall be put to death. So now that we have finished the whole idea of slavery, why again, or is it why it starts with slavery? Because they were enslaved. So as to not fall in the natural trap of then doing it to others what were done to them, straight out said, what will happen? I explained that a lot of it is very positive. Well, all of it's very positive. Their laws are a lot better than any of the way they treat the slaves, are a lot better than any of the other nations around them. And so it's just by the grace of God, ultimately, God setting out these laws. It's maybe a early form of capitalism, where, but not the individualistic capitalism, but more socialistic kind of capitalism. Yeah, whatever that might mean. People might say, well, in a sense where it's not just about the highest profit, because unluckily capitalism became where it's for the companies just about the having the highest profit margins, get rid of as many workers as they can so as to squeeze out of the few they have left as much money as they can, kind of idea. Now in a socialistic kind of capitalism, I guess that's more European, the idea is that you don't do that. It is, yes, a person works for you and you make money through the job he does for you, but at the same time that person is important to you, and you try to keep that person healthy kind of as well and happy, and not just abuse him. Okay, so capitalism ought not be just abuse, which likely it is, but sometimes. So that is what the previous verses were about. So now it goes over onto another part of the Ten Commandments, or part of the Ten Commandments, that is murder. Thou shalt not murder, right? So if you strike a man and he dies, he shall be put to death. So it's an eye for a tooth, eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth kind of idea, a life for a life. But there's going to be exceptions to the rule for if it's intentional or unintentional. And this is now what we're going to see in verse 13. But if he did, Exodus chapter 21, verse 13, but if he did not lie in wait for him, but God let him fall into his hand, then I will appoint for you a place to which he may flee. Right? So what happens if, this is another question of him lying in wait for someone and intentionally murdering him, like Cain did with Abel. I mean, he had a plan set out to lure his brother out to the field to kill him. Now, if this is not what's happening here, this guy was not lying and waiting for someone in place somewhere out there to kill his enemy, but it was an accident, right? Like they say, God will let him fall into his hand. So that's an accident, because ultimately this is allowed by God. Yes, God could stop it. God can stop all kinds of pain and whatever, but is it for the best? Right? Yeah. Anyhow. So this is how it seems, an act of God. It's by accident, ultimately. God allowed, because the life of that person belongs to God. And then God allows for this to happen, an accident to happen. So then what happens is this person need not be killed, but he can flee to a city. And this will be, like I said, appointed at a place at the later stage, right? When they're going to enter the land, and they're going to have their safe cities, safe zones where you could flee to. And this will be appointed at a later stage. And then he can stay there till it's determined. Did he do it by accident or was it intentional? Verse 14, but if a man willfully attacks another to kill him by cunning, you shall take him from my altar that he may die. So if ultimately that was not, right, so it's like the first verse and the last verse, like a chasm, like they say. I don't go a lot into the structure and chasms and here, all of these kinds of things, because man, if I need to go into that and all the beautiful poetry, maybe in the Psalms we'll look a little bit more at it, but man, this I will need to live 5 lives to just get through it all. It's just too much. There's just too much to the Bible. Sorry, but that's just that. I can't do it all. So I kind of skip a little bit about the structure and chasms and all of those kinds of things, all other kinds of poetry ways, and yeah, I it's impossible to do everything. Okay, so in the beginning he lies for him, now willfully, and then in between if God gave him over and it happened by accident. So if he did, then nothing can save him. Nothing can save that guy. If he did it willfully, if he murdered someone intentionally, okay, not by accident, but intentionally, then there's no get out of jail card. He can't go to the altar and hold on to the altar, and let's say he had no altar yet. But he can't go in the future. Yes, like lots of this has to do, well, most of this has to do with the future, because they are nation building, right? They're laying down the foundations before they enter the land. So when they enter the land, they are already, and all of these things are set up. I mean, that's kind of normal. You're stupid to just, okay, you go into a house and you have no idea what you're going to do inside the house, and then you now try and figure things out. No, you figure things out before you get stuff ready, so you go and you're set to settle, right? Makes sense. But don't put the cart before the horses, kind of idea. And so yeah, if then there's clinging to an altar or anything like that, it's not going to work. That's not going to work. Ultimately, you can't claim that, okay, now I'm here in the temple or the tent of meeting and I'm holding onto the altar, and so this is a holy place and you can't kill me here. No. You have the right to go in there and take him away from them. Some of the people are going to use it, and anyhow, God never said that is a legal way to get up. Like never ever did God give the altar as a way of holding onto it, like as a safe city. Never. He gave safe cities, but he didn't need this thing. So this is they came up with this whole idea. So even though they coming up with this, it's not sanctioned by God. So therefore, since it's not sanctioned by God, you can go and get that guy out and kill him, because you can't claim that I'm protecting him because I'm not protecting him. Right? So many people claim that God is doing things for them. Well, it's not God doing things for them, but no, and so it's even the devil, or maybe they themselves or other people are stealing, right? So no, you can't do the wrong thing and claim that God is with you in this. Nah,